Today we're going to make a chocolate topped surprise cookie with maraschino cherries. These are a really cool recipe that you can make if you want a different type of a cookie that people haven't probably seen before. So this is, oh no, my dog is, Sammy, my dog is squeaking her pig. Oh, okay. So the first thing you need to do is we need to dry the cherries and de-stem them. So you want to take some of the cherries out. I probably about 24, but I need the juice, so I don't want to lose the juice. So I'm gonna take some of these cherries out. It's proving to be a little tougher than I thought with the fork. Okay, so you'll get the picture. So what we're gonna do is we're going to de-stem them and then we're gonna let them dry while we make the rest of the top. Okay, I gotta take away her pig. Hold on just a second. Okay, pig crisis averted. All right, you need a half a cup of butter, softened. Oh, there goes the pig again. Anyway, I have a dog that likes this inflatable pig that grunts. It's actually quite funny. Okay, you need 3/4 cup of brown sugar. I am using a dark brown sugar. You can use light brown sugar too. And you need at least an hour and 20 minutes for this recipe because the dough has to sit for an hour in the refrigerator. Okay, so we're just gonna mix that together. We'll just kind of cream that. All right, we are going to add 1 tablespoon of the maraschino cherry juice. Okay, and we're going to add 1 teaspoon of vanilla. Okay, we're going to mix that together. So the cool thing about these cookies is inside the maraschino cherry, we are going to put chocolate chips. And so inside this cookie, you're gonna have, when people bite into it, they'll have the cherry with the chocolate, and then it's chocolate topped. Like, it's just absolutely amazing. Okay, and we need 1.5 cups of flour. And then I'm gonna mix the flour in, and we are going to let this sit in the refrigerator for 1 hour. But we're going to do something really cool while this is in the refrigerator. We just need the dough, because we're gonna form the dough around the cherry. So we need the dough to be able to be workable. So that's why we're putting it in the refrigerator. Oh, sore arm. Okay, so this dough will set up a little bit more in the fridge, so I'm gonna just leave the extra. Okay, I'm gonna cover it with just a towel, and I'm gonna put it in the fridge for an hour, and then I'm gonna show you what we're gonna do with the cherries. Okay, so our cherries need to be dried out a little bit. So I de-stemmed them. These are maraschino cherries, not just regular cherries from the grocery store. Okay, so we need to pat them dry with the paper towel because we don't want all that moisture inside the cookie. Just take a couple paper towels and we're just going to kind of dry them. Okay, and we still have an hour to work with because our dough is cooling for an hour. Okay, so now the next step, what you want to do, and I'm going to turn this just a little bit, even with my pink fingers from the cherries, is we're going to take a chocolate chip and we're going to put a chocolate chip inside every cherry. So you know where the stem came out? They think they hear somebody. So we're gonna just put a little chocolate chip inside each cherry. So super simple. So you can do this while your dough is cooking. On with the instructions. So, all right, we'll see you in a few minutes. Okay, so what we're gonna do now is we are going to take our dough after it's been in the refrigerator for an hour, and we're gonna roll it, take a little bit, probably like a tablespoon, something like that. And we're gonna take our cherry that has the chocolate chip in it, and we're gonna wrap it around the cherry. So basically it'll be a dough ball around the cherry, like that. Okay, and then we're gonna put them about an inch apart on the cookie tray. Okay, so the cookies came out, and so this is what they look like when they're done. So you know, you get the cherry, they're nice and just brown like that. So the cherry and the chocolate are on the inside, and now we're gonna dip the tops. So what I'm doing is I've got some melting wafers that I'm using, or you can use shortening and chocolate chips. Those gotta go 30 more seconds. And so I'm melting those, and we're gonna dip the top of these in the chocolate, and then we'll let them dry. I'm gonna let them dry on a plate. You can use wax paper, but I'm really low on wax paper, so I don't wanna use it on these. Okay, so the melting wafers usually take about a minute, 60 seconds, and then we'll have to stir it and then put it back in. I'm using a small. Yeah, we're almost there. And you can use regular chocolate. I'm using dark because I prefer a dark chocolate over, or like a milk chocolate over like the semi-sweet. Okay, so all my chips have melted. I just find these are like a super easy way to do it. Okay, so. Okay, so I've got that melted. So what I do is I take the cookie and I'm gonna just dip the top of it like that. So it's got a nice chocolate swirl on top. And then we're just gonna let them cool. So, you know, I've got a whole pan of these. And this one's kind of cool because the cherry is actually coming out of the bottom. Okay, so just do a nice dip like that. So the tops are nice and dipped. Get that one a little evener. So aren't those just so cute like that? Okay, now I'm gonna do a couple more and then we're gonna try one. Kind of roll that one a little bit more. Okay, I'm gonna wash my hands and we're gonna try one. Okay, so I've got these adorable cookies. Okay, so remember we put the cherry on the inside. So I'm gonna break it open and show you what it looks like on the inside. So your people that eat these are gonna have this amazing surprise on the inside. So now we're gonna give it a try. Oh. Wow. Those are amazing. With that cherry in there. Nice surprise. And the cookie has an amazing flavor too, with that dark chocolate on the top. So yeah, these cookies are so good. So I'm gonna get the recipe posted for you because I know that this is gonna be a really popular one. Get it out for Christmas. I hope you enjoyed this recipe. It's a very unique, different, probably not what you see anywhere else, but we're gonna love it.